Look what I spotted happening on my beach, okay? Is this not suspicious behavior? Hey besties, it's Nat back again with another Animal Crossing speed build, and today we're doing another villager house. This time it's my bestie Fuchsia, and we are giving her an absolutely fabulous greenhouse slash nursery slash florist shop situation. I was inspired by several things going into this build, which we'll get into in a second. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. One, Fuchsia's, first of all, Fuchsia's villager house is not that bad. It's cute. One thing about this build that's really fun. Fun fact, I actually planned it in the Room Sketch app, unlike my last video, which was super long because I didn't plan it in the Room Sketch app, and I spent 800,000 years figuring out the wall decorations like a big idiot. Um, so big improvement on my part. Sitting in bed doing the Room Sketch app, figuring out the build before I sat down and actually recorded it. Speaking of sitting in bed, the reason that I was gone for a week after my fabulous charity stream, which we'll get into in a second, is because I got sick. Because of course I did. It was not Miss Pandemonium. Luckily, I got tested. It was negative. I'm very pleased about that. I still don't feel great. Um, but I'm here, I'm back, and I'm getting back to my Wednesday, Saturday upload schedule. Like, look at me, I'm such a professional. Anyways, it's great to be back. I'm still not feeling my best, but I'm feeling better, and that's what counts. But yes, I planned this in the Room Sketch app while I was sick in bed, and like I said, I had a lot of inspirations. First of all, first inspiration, Fuchsia's house. I had no idea that this wallpaper existed, like the shanty wall, but in pink. And I don't know how I didn't notice that because I go into Fuchsia's house pretty often. So I don't know how I didn't notice that before when I was in the Room Sketch app, but I was not in the original plan for this build. Another thing that was not in the original plan for this build were more of the realistic objects. The original version of this build, and I might show a little bit of it in the outro. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see. We'll see what outro me has to say, what she's feeling. But the original plan for this build had way more like whimsical elements, and I kind of toned them down in the final version, partially just because I don't know, I was just feeling it. I really wanted it to feel like Fuchsia's house, which is why I was excited to use the pink wallpaper and also to incorporate a couple of the objects that she had in her original house into this new version. But I also have done a lot of businesses on my island. You can see them in my Nautilus playlist. I'll link it in the card. My island is based off of New England, where I grew up, specifically an island that I grew up on, and I wanted to sort of base the shops and houses off of sort of the vibes, I guess, of growing up there. But I also wanted it to have sort of the personality of the villager in mind as well. And I've done a lot of these businesses, and I wanted it to feel like Fuchsia, but at the same time, I wanted it to feel somewhat realistic. So we toned down some of the more fantastical elements. I used to have like the Cosmo shower and like the table that looks like a flower. I don't remember which one. I'm sorry to that flower, but I don't remember which which flower it was. And I switched those out for other objects. And other than that, though, this is pretty similar to what I came up with in the Room Sketch app. My mind when I was sick in bed this past week, like she really came through. This is a bit of a sleigh. It's a bit of a sleigh. It's a bit of a familiar sleigh because, like I said, I've done a lot of businesses on this island. Ooh, I wanted to throw in the bike there because she had a bike in her original build that I'm sure I gave her. I gave Fuchsia hella gifts. She was my first villager to give me a photo, I think. No, it was Kiki. It was Kiki. She gave me one early on though. I remember that specifically. But yeah, this build is definitely similar to builds that I've done where, you know, you have like the accent wall and then the partition wall, like cutting off some of it and you can see in the back. I wanted it to look like there was a greenhouse behind the store, sort of like, you know, when you go to like an actual plant shop and there's like an attached greenhouse that's sort of like, you know, it's like in between inside and outside, so you can have those plants sort of protected by the greenhouse. I wanted to have that sort of vibe coming off of the house. It's more of a little visual illusion because I don't think that there's room behind Fuchsia's house to like put any build there. I'm gonna do a video building the neighborhood where Fuchsia and Pecan live. Pecan is probably the next villager I'm gonna do the interior for, but that's gonna be in a minute because I want to do an outdoor build. I love doing the villager interiors, but I want to do an outdoor build really badly, so that's coming very soon. I've actually been doing all of these villager houses because I've been procrastinating on doing a bigger outdoor build, and I'm going to continue to procrastinate on that build because that's none of your business. But we're going to do a different outdoor build in the meantime. But yeah, I was placing down all sorts of stuff. I was having a lot of fun. I switched out the Cosmo shower for this normal utility sink. I gave her the fancy new cash register instead of the old one because I figured, you know, Fuchsia's a little high tech, you know, she knows what she's doing. She's a businesswoman. I've been trying to not have everyone on my island be a girl boss, but it's very hard because, like, who doesn't love a girl boss? But yes, I put that Van Gogh painting because I figured maybe she also likes to paint. I don't know. There's paint on the ground. I like this floor a lot. I think it's fun to have the colorful concrete, like the colorful paint mixed with the concrete. And I thought that fit Fuchsia's personality. But we have a little bit of a painting setup going on. And also her girlfriend, Coco, is a creative. We're going to throw Coco's photo in the build later. Speaking of, okay, let's finish talking about my inspirations for the build, and then we'll get on to drama, because there's a little bit of drama, not a lot of drama, but just a little bit, and then we can talk about my fabulous charity stream, because it's slightly related to the drama, but not the charity stream didn't have drama. It was the villagers that had drama, you know, just to clarify. But yes, one of my biggest inspirations for this build was the incredible cocoa beans over on Instagram. Please check her out if you haven't already. I found her through List the Last, shout out List the Last, another amazing creator over here on YouTube. But I found her through a Dream Address tour that List the Last did on her channel, and her Dream Address builds are incredible. She's working on an island right now based off of the moon, but it has like this like cyberpunk neon aesthetic. And last month she did a build of Fuchsia's house that really caught my eye because it has that similar aesthetic, like with lots of vines and like the greens and the pinks, and it's a really cool build. So that was definitely an inspiration for me with this. I wasn't brave enough to do like the super cool neon green lighting, or like I don't know, like she placed the objects really well, and I also really like how like minimalist it is. But I cannot help my maximalist tendencies, especially when I'm doing like a cluttered plant shop. Like I wanted this place to be filled with plants, okay, besties? And you can tell, like, I was really going a little crazy. Like, every plant object, not that I don't put every single plant object in the game in every build, but like this one in particular, I was throwing them all down. I was like, I gotta have this one, and this one I have to have the wall plants. I have the cactus. The cactus came about in the room sketch app, and that was one of my big brain moments. I didn't even think of using the cactus, and I saw her and I was like, oh yes, you're coming with me. But yeah, those are my inspos for this build. I kind of wish I had been a little more brave and added more of those like neon elements, or like went a little bit more crazy with the colors, but I really enjoy how it came out. And once again, discovering that wallpaper when I came in to do this build, I was like, oh my god, this changes everything. Because originally I was going to use like the pink wooden boards or something. I use those wooden boards in every single house, and I need to like get over my fear of using other things. That's my goal for my next couple of builds, is to use new things that I haven't used before. But not in this build. This build we're just using a bunch of plants, and I use the plants in every single build. Speaking of plants though, besties, I'm a real plant mom now. Okay, I downloaded that app. One of the besties hooked me up to that like Planta app, and I've been using it. I've been keeping track of my plants. I'm gonna try and put some pictures of my plants in the video here. They all have names, they all have personalities. My tomato plant, she's very lively. She loves it. She loves an afternoon thunderstorm, which is good because we've been having a lot of those recently. I have a bunch of like bigger plants in my living room, and then some smaller plants in my bathroom and my kitchen. Growing some parsley. Like I said, I'm growing my fabulous tomato. I can't wait to eat a little tomato. Yeah, I'm a real plant mom now, like really for real. I'm gonna be so responsible and not kill any of them. It's gonna be fantastic. But yeah, when I was not sick, like in bed, and I was, you know, I wasn't really up to recording, especially because a lot of it was like a throat thing. That's why I was worried that it was Miss Panettone that finally got me, but it was not, thankfully. But it was hard to speak, but I was very eager to unpack. So when I was physically capable, I was unpacking my apartment and decorating and everything. And so that's what I've been up to the past couple of days. It's been really fun. I'm not sure yet if I will do a full apartment tour or not, but I do want to sort of close out the series that I did a couple of weeks back, where I did my apartment in Animal Crossing and my apartment in The Sims. I'd love to like sort of close that out with a little bow, you know? And there is an absolutely colossal sleigh happening in my living room right now that I think the world deserves to see. But, you know, we'll see. We'll cross the bridge when we get there. Right now, though, the bridge that we're going to cross is completing the build. So at this point, I'm pretty much done with the layout and most of the objects. I'm about to pick the music. I ended up going, I think, with KK Chillwave. I considered doing KK Break. I just wanted it to seem like a cool girl space, you know, like I don't know, I just wanted to be a cool place to hang out, and that's, I think, Fuchsia's vibe. She's punk, she's cool, she's on the cutting edge, she has piercings, she's fantastic, I love her. I loved making her in The Sims. There's gonna be Sims content soon, I promise, I swear to God, I swear on my life. Anyways, I actually finished her house in The Sims, so that'll probably be my next Sims speed build that I put up as Fuchsia and Beau and Bob's house. But yes, that's a great way to segue as we do the butterflies. Gotta shine your objects, besties. As we do the butterflies, segue into the most recent villager drama. So for those of you who don't know, my villagers is like a weird love triangle square thing happening with Genji, Coco, Fuchsia, and Marshall. Fuchsia's not really in it because Fuchsia's just there because she likes Coco. Coco's the one who's in all of the mess. But when I started my game up to actually record this, look what I spotted happening on my beach, okay? Is this not suspicious behavior? Like, why are they walking in like a weird formation to make it look like they weren't talking to each other? I don't know, that's sus to me. But besides that, there hasn't been very much relationship drama recently. I did a little charity stream for Pride Month a couple weeks ago, besties, and we raised $500 for the Trevor Project by building Marshall and Genji a vacation home, because that's the whole, like, Marshall and Genji are dating, Fuchsia and Coco are dating, Coco and Genji are having like a weird thing, Marshall is being Marshall. It's a whole mess. I don't want to get into it too much here. Right now, it's all positivity, it's all love. We raised $500 for the Trevor Project. Absolute slay. Can't thank you all enough for your support on that stream. That was so wonderful. Can't wait to do another charity stream. Because that was a fantastic experience, and I'm so proud of what this community was able to accomplish, both in raising funds for an incredible cause and also for the build. Like, the build was a bit of a slay as well, especially the outside. The outside was giving Instagram. It was giving Instagram, okay, with the browns and the muted colors. That was fantastic. We really pulled together all of our collective build powers and abilities for that one, besties. That was a group project, okay? And y'all passed. Y'all got an A+. That was incredible. But yeah, speaking of A+, I really love how this build turned out. It was really fun. There's me messing with the sound and the lights. Once again, I was not brave enough to do some crazy lights. But here I think I'm going to change the build to the jungle sound, because you know what it sounds like when you go to like a greenhouse in a museum and there's like butterfly room and all of that stuff. I used to be so scared of the butterfly room when I was a kid. I did not like butterflies landing on me. I don't like the idea of 300 butterflies like all in my face, but I like when a butterfly lands on me now as an adult. But when I was a kid, I don't know if it was that SpongeBob episode or what, but I was not about that. But you know, I wanted it to sound like that sound of like you're in the jungle, even though you're not in the jungle. You're just in Fuchsia's house. But you know, Fuchsia deserves. That would be a lovely sound. Honestly, that's what the sound outside my new apartment sounds like, because the neighborhood I'm in now is much less road noise and much more forest tree noise. There was like a robin that flew up to my window and was like looking in my window the other day. It was so cute. Shout out to that robin, very adorable. But yeah, we're coming up on the end of the build. I have put butterflies everywhere. I think after I stopped filming, I put more butterflies because I'm like, there's not enough butterflies in this build. But yeah, I put butterflies everywhere. Also, my outfit is based off of my outfit that I wore on stream, because I was like, that sound is cute. Like, it's giving a little guy. And I love to give a little guy, both in real life and in Animal Crossing. Here I am struggling with the exterior, though. I actually tried to do the exterior at the beginning of the build, and I cut it out because we accomplished nothing. Nothing was accomplished. I was so indecisive. The interior came to me like a vision, like a Raven Simone vision, like in my mind. But the outside, I don't know. I'm still not even sure about the outside. I think my issue is that I don't like the wreaths in this game. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if it's the color selection. Is there a hyacinth wreath that I just don't have? Because I swear there must be a hyacinth wreath that I just don't have access to, because that wasn't in my catalog. I would have preferred to use a hyacinth wreath. That's the one thing with this build where I'm like, I wish I had space to put a hyacinth, because that's sort of like the flower on my island. That and the mum. I think I ended up going with the mum wreath, but I could be wrong. I don't remember because I don't like any of them. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't like them. I don't like the colors. I don't like the shapes of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think I went the mum wreath though. I think I did. And then the colors of the exterior, I wanted to use this exterior and this roof because I feel like it's giving greenhouse. Like I feel like it's giving like that industrial sort of feeling that a greenhouse or like a plant shop should have. But I might change it because I genuinely don't know. And I wanted to make it pink. I wanted to make it pink because her initial house exterior is pink, but the pink is like really bright and I don't know. And then I was worried it was too close to Marshall's exterior because if Fuchsia and Marshall have the same house, that's a problem. And then I thought about giving her a similar one to Coco, and I don't know what I was doing. So thoughts on the outside besties when we figure out what it is. I think I went with the all white and then the gray roof, and then I used the windflower wreath. That's the one I picked, but the pop of color with the wreath. And I was like, I'm just gonna put the colors on the outside are gonna be made of flowers and not the house itself. So here we are at the end. That came up on us real fast, not gonna lie. But yes, this is the end of the build, and like I said, I'm super pleased with how it came out. I think that it's really fun and lush while also still having that sort of a more like punk and like vibrant aesthetic that Fuchsia has. And I really love it. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, I'm getting back into my Wednesday, Saturday upload schedule, so I'm planning a build that's hopefully going to come out on Saturday, so I'll see you all then. I also have been streaming again. I streamed City Folk earlier in the week, and hopefully later this week, either Thursday or Friday, I am going to stream Harvest Moon because I promised Harvest Moon and I will deliver. I will deliver, besties. If you haven't seen Harvest Moon before, it's like Stardew Valley from like the past. It's from my childhood and it's fabulous and you'll love it. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment telling me what you think. If you really liked this video, you can subscribe and hit the little bell to be notified every time that I post. And you can join my Discord linked in the description. I'll also have Coco Bean's Instagram linked in there as well as my Instagram, which also recently passed 1,000 followers. So thank you over 1,000 Instagram followers. Oh my god, that's like crazy. Oh my god. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all again on Saturday. Bye.